back, everyone, to the next podcast, and this is number 9, and we've replaced the guy on my left, Ryan, with Joe.
That was aggressive.
Taking my plums.
That's something that I did not miss when I missed last week's.
Yeah, that's why I placed you over there, because it smells right.
Oh, I would imagine it smells like just disgusting.
It should smell like rum and coke from last night.
Oh no, were you on one last night?
I was.
Oh
Really?
God.
Yeah, but I was in bed by like 11.
Well,
It's one of the early, like just an early smack.
was it because that group chat was going crazy last night? Like it was all I heard was zzz, 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 zzz.
Yeah, so
I was like,
Ryan's-
holy shit!
Ryan's
relax.
down in Bast and shipped after Bast.
Not
for the
that one.
week.
It was the Ocean 6 one.
The Ocean 6.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was just crazy.
Yeah.
So Ryan, our buddy
Oh,
Ryan
I was just letting
Parasota.
everyone know where Ryan was at.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Loser is just.
Yeah, he's just out.
Other Ryan, though, Parasoto is coming into town this week. Which is, that's probably why I was going off. I don't remember any of that.
No?
I gotta have a look. I was
You
probably
were loaded then. Holy.
putting a lot in. I did pretty well at the
You said
casino
you-
last night.
you-
I lost 300 blackjack in probably like 4 to 6 minutes. And I was like, oh,
4 to 6. How did you do that?
That is so far away from the timer. Like, you're just at like, be like maybe an hour.
I thought it was really, she cleaned me in 9 hands. I was like,
Were you in the high rollers room?
no,
Was it like $50 a hand?
it was fucked.
No,
It was
but you
literally
get caught.
obscene.
You
And then
get
there was
caught because
doubles,
yeah,
she cleaned me, splits, she cleaned
Yeah,
me,
you can
everything.
get-
I was sitting there, I was just like,
yeah. She's sitting on like a 6.
It's like you're
and you-
splitting and then you double down and then it just like
literally
hits like a 6 card 21. It's like, oh no.
so then I walk over to the bar and I was like, okay, I'll just get
That's exactly how it goes. actually.
I'll just get a drink. So I go over and I get a drink, and I was just like, oh, okay. I'm kind of looking around. My buddy's over at the roulette table.
Oh, the best table.
Yeah,
Roulette is
I
so
walk
much
up,
fun.
I hit 12, hit 3 times, and 12's my number. It's always my
Me
number
too.
in hockey.
Yeah.
I hit 12 3 times in a row, made all my money back.
Unreal.
Right there. I was
That's
like,
nice.
In 4 to 6 minutes.
You were at the casino for a grand total of 15 minutes.
Yeah. I was sitting there, I was just like, what the fuck? And then I literally stayed there and I just partied with $100, just spreading it around, going up, down, up, down, up, down. But I put all that 300 right
On
back
up,
in my pocket.
down, up.
I thought you were gonna start saying it, so I was gonna join in. Oh man, that's good though. Yeah,
Good fun.
that's what happens though. Is you get caught in that spin,
Yeah, like you split and then you
you're
double down.
Well, you split, and then maybe you're splitting 6s, and a 5 and a 4 come up, and you're like, all right, well, fucking the dealer's showing 5, so you're double, and
Yeah.
it's a 5 comes up, and you're like, okay, whatever, like that, double on the next one, and a 10 comes up, and then it's just
She did.
she hits it 4 or 5 cards that even only just get to 20, but it pushes your one and then makes you lose your others or something like that, and you're sitting there, you're like, oh god, you're like.
That was $80.
It went from being a $20 bet to just oh yeah, you're down 80.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
God.
Exactly. That's exactly how it happened. Next thing you know,
It's funny
it was,
how we're-
so quick. I was down $300. I was like, this is fucked.
It's so funny how we're here sitting oh yeah, up 80, so much. And people out there gambling like 500 a hand. And it's oh my God. You see these guys that come sit at the table and just hundreds.
I had one crazy story when I was 19, when I was in Charlottetown at the Red Shores. I just sat down by a guy, never met him before. Just was yeah, if he gave me his wallet. If I want that back before I leave, just don't give it to me. And I was that's a weird request, but okay. And but this guy's also a cool dude. We chatted for 20 minutes, earned his trust a bit, and then I was just chatting because I was a young dude, so he was here, we're having a little laugh here. And he lost fucking $6,000 in an hour, and then just started to get angry that I had his wallet, and then just took it from me. It was really weird. It was really weird. It was such a unique experience.
Give me my wallet. No. Give me my wallet. No, you told me not to.
What did you do?
I don't want to take it home, but like,
But he's like,
I fucking told you not to give this to me.
that's exactly how I went. He goes, because I gave it to him, then he went and fucking got more money out and lost more. Then he's like, I know you shouldn't have gave this back to me. I was like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, can I bet 5? I was like, is that too much? And this guy's just like, 700. And it's just like, 300 on this hand. He's like, is that one open too? 400 on that one. I'm just like, 10?
I'll double it.
I'm gonna go big here. $10.
My bet. $12.50.
All in. Actually, no, take it back.
I used to do that all the time. She'd be like, yeah, tip for the crew. And yeah, when you give her like the buck that you'd win from like and I'd always be like, I'd just like hold my dollar and I would put it on top of my stack and we'll just stare the dealer in the eyes like, you're not getting the tip.
Yeah. I'm broke.
Yeah, you're not getting it.
This is the only money to my name.
Dollars from me. It's going on top.
It's also fun in casinos that the dealers, I mean, that what makes casinos so much better than like online gambling is because it's actually the camaraderie and the fun, but it's so fun because the dealer's on your side.
Always, yes. I love it in person. It's so fun. Like I've got, well, we're all fucking degenerate gamblers. Everybody in this day and age is now, but I got a lot of buddies who just do it online, never been to a casino. I'm like, boys, you got to come to the casino. It's so much more fun.
That's crazy that people do that.
Yeah.
And don't actually ever go to a casino.
Literally, I've got a couple buddies back in the valley who've never been to a casino, but they love like sports betting and play blackjack on their phones and at home.
Go to the Mohegan Sun, like arena casino, and you can actually sit down. And this is in Connecticut. You can sit down.
Just drive to Connecticut right quick.
Fucking just drive to Connecticut. But seriously, if you ever going to New York and you're from Canada and you're making that trip down, it's only like 2 hours off the road. It's the coolest place probably I've ever been. But the coolest thing in it was the reason for it, because I was like astonished, is you can watch a live game in front of like the game is on this like 200-inch screen TV. It's massive. It's like twice the size of the one that's at like Halifax Sports Bar. It's like that big. And you're sitting at a table eating and drinking with your buddies, and you all have like an iPad in front of you that's live betting on the plays. So like
That's cool.
the whistle blows in a hockey game, and it was like who's gonna like it'd be like it wouldn't be like who's gonna score next. It would be like the prop bets of the players that are on the ice, because the system knows like you can't do this. You can do it online, but you can't do it physically really anywhere else that I've been to. But it's like the prop bets on there. It's like, will Bobrovsky have 2 saves before the next whistle? And you're just like
cool.
Throwing like $10 down.
That's really cool.
That's pretty.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
You're in it.
dangerous.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
But it's
Drinking, yeah. Oh, that'd be fun.
there's gonna be 3 goals to
Drink, do
shift.
you?
What?
You don't drink, do you?
No, not the booze.
Yeah.
Straight Diet Cokes.
So
You guys
we
got Dirty Nellies tonight.
that's what we are drinking though. Just straight
Yeah,
cokes.
straight
Nice.
Just virgin rum and coke.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, it still kind of tastes like there's rum in it.
That's when you know you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, you know you've been drinking too many rum and cokes, is when you just have a glass of Coke in front of you and you're like, did I put rum in this?
No, I thought you were gonna go is that's when you know you're in trouble in life. is when pop, you're like, why is there no rum? Yeah. Neal, do you have any rum in the cupboard?
Any rum in here?
Do you ever just show up to a tea time and think, man, that guy's bag looks so good? I look like trash. Yeah, it's because you probably do. You probably have the same head cover that you've had on your driver since the day you bought it. It probably doesn't match any part of your bag, and it's probably a bunch of different colors. You probably don't even have a matching towel on there like you should. But if you go over to Dormie Workshop, the premium quality leather head covers, and this just isn't like local leather. They're not just going down the local farm and grabbing it from some calves. This is worldwide, global leather. They're searching. These boys are on foot searching for the best leather that they can find to bring it to your products. You can customize it like mine here for the Team Dormie. I've got my nickname on the back with this soft, nice blue Dormie, Team Dormie. These guys, they hook you up. They're not only that, they customize, they make you feel good, even the way they wrap it when you get it in the mail. It's amazing. But they've got so many collections They're always coming out with new stuff. They're in the middle of a pre-sale for launching their baseball glove head cover. It's amazing. You also get your favorite NHL team. You can get bags. You can get, scorecard holders. Any type of accessory that you can imagine. Dormie Workshop. It's the best leather in the game. You gotta believe it. But to believe it, you gotta get yourself one. So hop on to their website. See our sponsors page. Find Dormie Workshop. Get yourself decked out with all the latest and greatest gear. Swag it up. Make your bag look like you're going to shoot 72 even though you won't break 90. But do it anyways. Make yourself feel good when you're leaving the house, passing by someone on the street with your clubs. Dormie Workshop. It's excellent leather. Go get yourself some.
Whose shoes are those? Yours, Gracie? The blue and white Nikes?
Oh, great.
Those are sick.
Thank you.
Those are unreal.
They're really expensive, I guess.
Bet they are.
Sean Vino gave them to me. I traded those and 2 other pairs of expensive shoes for a Scotty Cameron.
That's fucking
Yeah, he was like, I don't have any cool shoes. He's a sneakerhead, so
Yeah.
I don't really have any cool shoes. So he was like, yo, you can just step your shoe game up. I'm like, yeah, I don't have the money to spend on.
It's crazy. Some people who collect shoes.
I'm sure everyone
so
wants to see.
expensive.
For anyone who's going to be listening on Spotify, I'll explain them to you. They're a size 6 women,
I do gotta clean those.
white and light blue Nike.
They are called Nike Dunks, and they're University Blues. The Uni Blues is what
Uni Blues.
Yeah.
Oh God, that is
Should we do one of those
aggressive.
Shoey. Those are awesome.
That event in Australia, it looked
But I
sick.
don't, I don't really wear them out much.
Why would you?
Yeah, I don't know. I just got them not long ago. He sent me them. I traded Scotty for those and a white and green pair of Dunks and a pair of Jordans.
Sick.
So
Nice.
pretty
These
cool.
are sweet.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet. I don't, like I said, don't wear them out much, but when they came in, I was like, oh, those are sick. He goes, those were hard to get. I go on StockX, they're like $900.
What?
I was like, huh? I think StockX is just really expensive by way too much. But I think they are roughly I think they are right around $300 or $400 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, shoes are crazy expensive. People who collect shoes, it's insane.
Yeah, kind of fucked. I'm just slowly getting into it. I got those Jordan golf shoes that just came in. Those purple.
Oh yeah, you said that. They came in.
Yeah, they just came out. My mom sent me a picture of it.
They look really nice.
Yeah.
You're gonna start wearing those for sure. Summer's coming.
That's-
It's fucking coming. It's not here. But man, it's like trying to find. I played this morning, and I had to literally get up at 6:30 just to see if I could get in before there was any type of rain. Or
It's
any,
so hard to play golf around the city. Right now, every golf course is just
jammed.
packed.
Jammed,
You can't play. It was unreal. I went down to
so
Fox Harbor, and they did demo day down there. They're like, oh yeah, we play every afternoon. After 3 o'clock, it's ghost town.
Ghost town, yeah. That's
It's
what they were saying.
oh,
was
I missed
there
those
A
days.
couple months ago, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was so good. There was nobody there.
Yeah, Oakfield
Guys are
today.
messaging me all the time asking if they can get out at Glen Harbor. Like, hey man, any chance you could get us out? I'm like, we're full.
Yeah,
Like,
Oakfield today, man. They have a triple shotgun or a triple.
Lottery?
No, it's a crossover. That's what they call it.
Crossover.
That's ridiculous.
I've never seen
I was
more
like,
than a
when's
double.
the other crossover? And John was like, we have 3, and I was like, you have 3 sets of groups playing 18 every day. You can't have that at a golf course. Your golf course is gonna get ruined. Having 350
traffic.
golfers
Oh my God.
every day.
Every day, the foot traffic all over your course just gonna.
Yeah, but speaking of Oakfield, we just finished up us 3 playing in the Assistants Championship. All of us did.
Subpar.
Yeah. Well, no, we did
Actually
not.
hit the ball
we were
fantastic.
we did not
Hit the
shoot
ball great.
subpar. We shot above par. Very much up par.
I had a really bad showing, but
Yeah,
what it is.
but we I mean, Couldn't make too many putts. It was tough in the rain.
It was
so
very
damp.
wet. Yeah, it's been so rainy around here lately.
How many times do you play a full event pick clean in place because you couldn't even, like, through the whole course, not just in the fairways. Like, you couldn't even. There was people losing golf balls.
Well, I lost 3 golf balls. I lost a golf ball in the fairway because it plugged.
Yeah, no, that was.
Couldn't find it. We were like, dude, it was in the fairway. The boys, we couldn't find it. I was like, this is fucked. It's totally like.
Yeah, we've had so
bad. I lost
much
2
rain
in
here
the
lately.
rough from plugging. Oh, it was so bad. Like,
Oh, the rough is so long, and they plugged in the ground, so you had to have your exact point of reference, and if you didn't, you were fucking screwed. And that's what everyone did. And then like a couple guys played well. We're under par. There's only 2 guys under par. Everyone else was over.
Which is crazy for like an event like here.
And like relatively short course. It was a good enough condition for sure.
Oh, it was in great shape for how wet it was.
It's just like
it's just we've had so much rain here lately.
Yeah,
like, it's just been crazy. It's just been 2 weeks of rain.
I kept laying my club.
Like, it's wild.
I only started to figure it out on the back 9 of the second day of.
That's a bit late.
Yeah, really. My scores show that. My scores show that. It fucking. To try and pick it clean, I was just laying sods. My club was just like having like bomb a drive, hit a beautiful drive. And then I'd have like
240 right down the middle.
Yeah, just beautiful, nice bunt. Have like 120 yards, any from like 120 to like 85 yards in. Club would just dig, and then I'd hit it like 60 yards, and then I'd have to try and get up and down to save par.
So you just hit the same one again.
Exactly. Kept it in my hand and walked up.
Well,
full swing chunk.
Here's a funny one for you guys.
And then you pure it and you send it over the green.
So here's a funny one for you guys. So first day, I was the whole tournament. I hit the ball very well. Like hit the ball really well the entire tournament.
Just coming off dad duty.
Yeah, coming off dad duty. Sleep deprived. Finally had a chance to go out and play some golf. First tournament in 2 years.
Stripes it.
Fired up. Hitting the ball so well. I got through 7 holes where I missed like a couple of really short putts. I changed my putter grip after 7 and then putted 10 times better for the rest of the tournament. So then I just stuck with that. So I started off doing just like double overlap.
Yeah.
And then halfway, not even halfway, on hole 7, I switched to kind of my double fingers down and started hitting the putt so much better putts. Double pistols, like shoot at. No, I did not make any putts. I made 1 putt the entire week. The purse assistance was $7,000. How is that a thing?
Happy you brought that.
We had double the amount of people, and the purse was less than last year.
It was talked about all fucking week with the boys at.
How is that a thing?
The winner got $1,100.
You come here to a
39
bunch of
people
fucking
playing.
professionals. You pay like $250. You have come for accommodation fees, and Thomas Kenny comes here and dusts us and walks away with like $400 or $500 win. No, compared to what he paid.
From
Like
what
to
he paid
get
in, it's like a $500 win after the entry fee.
and just like come here.
And like
after
accommodations, like you're making $400. It made no
win
sense.
it.
Someone told me that the purse was $7,000, and I was like,
Huh? I never
how?
heard that. That's what I said.
We have double the amount of people playing.
That's what I said. I was like,
How is it less?
where
Yeah.
the fuck did the money go?
Oh, well, we always ask that. We're not going to go down that road.
That could be a long conversation.
That could be a really long
We
conversation.
sat there and I started going through it and I was like, how the fuck does that make sense?
It made no sense.
When you start doing math like normal humans do, that we go to school for 13 years, and when you're talking about math at this level, we never use it. When you add 2 numbers or 10 numbers together, it's pretty easy.
And I'm not like shitting on like it was. I wish the fields would be bigger in the PGA.
But they went from
for the
20,
ladies. No,
and there
for
was
the
like 40.
ladies.
Yeah.
For the ladies, I'd love to see the field be bigger, but like they both showed up and they both got $700.
Yeah.
It was just those 2. There was no placing. They both got $700.
Thanks for signing up. Here's your
Thanks for
$700.
Literally, here you are. It's not going up. It's not going down. It's about $700.
Go shoot 92 or 72. You're 7.
Here's $700.
Which is great. I would take back $700.
They actually both played so well.
They both
They played
behind,
really
they
good.
played behind me the first day, and it was good.
Yeah, they hit the ball
I'm
well.
not shitting on any. Like I'd love to see
No,
the field
yeah.
be bigger, but I looked at that and I was like, So basically, it was just free money. Like all I had to just register. It's like, sweet, I just got to register. I'm paying $250 and I'm getting back $7.
Yeah.
Here's free money.
I was just like, what the fuck?
I will take free money all the time.
Absolutely. I couldn't get my head around it. And I saw like Thomas Ketty, $1,100. I was like, what?
Nice win.
Like, what? You just went deep, like waxed the field. Here, bud. It was so bad.
Here, get yourself some cornflakes on the way home.
Literally, it was so bad.
Maybe put some gas in your rig too.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that the purse was $7,000.
Well, I'm so interested to see when he's sitting there saying, "Yeah, purse is $20,000 at the zone." I was like, I'm just waiting to see what the payouts will actually be like.
No, it was good. Last couple of years were good.
Yeah, zone's always a good one.
The zone only. It's
Yeah,
that's like the current, like kind of what we call the issues, that we want there to be more sponsors, more money,
Yes.
stuff like that. But like
We need more tournaments. I really
But the
wish.
zone's good.
I wish that they came back out with like the Callaway Cup that they had like a couple years, like
Yes, you
they're,
guys.
like
I never
early
did
on.
play in one of
Neither
those,
did I.
But those,
I didn't play enough tournament golf back then.
Yeah,
It was like one day
or-
event, and it was like every 2 weeks. It was like a 1 day event.
They have them down south all the time.
It'd be so much fun.
All the time, I see guys that I know that have played in the.
I played in a few. I was playing
Yeah.
in a lot. I was playing a little bit on that West Florida golf tour. A lot of good sticks on that. Cash, it's all it is. You show up with cash. No credit cards or anything. You show up, cash in, cash out to the winner.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was. It was just cash tournament days, and like top 3 would get paid or whatever. It would be wicked. 50 guys would show up, $300 entry or $200 entry, $100 entry, fucking cash, and then at the end of the day, split between the top 5 or whatever it is, or all to the winner or whatever.
Yeah, whatever
it was.
the day was.
Whatever the day was, it was wicked, and it was literally like every second day at like all over, like every 2 or 3 days. It was
Because that's
guys-
one thing. Cause like, sorry, but like that's what you see. Like our buddy Eric Locke, who's a great golfer. Like I've seen him post like tournament results that he played in, like almost like every other week. Like every 2 weeks, he's posting like another.
Sometimes they're actually 1 day 2-man scrambles.
Yeah.
1 day.
Yeah.
If you just go show up with a buddy, go hang out. If you win money, if you don't, have a couple beer on the course, hang out and have a good day, work on your game a bit. And if you light it up, you win like $1,000 each. It's like, that's it. It's like 2,000 to the winning team. And you go play one afternoon round of golf. And there's just, I don't know, 15 teams of 2 pros each. It's like super easy. And it's on like a Sunday. And it's like, what a nice way to just expend your weekend. Oh, I made $1,000 this weekend because I hit a ball better than most people, but it was with a friend. I didn't have to stress out my whole fucking like life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, that's what I miss. Oh man, I want those.
Back this year.
Oh yeah,
We're back this year.
we're back this year. I don't know what time I don't know what date that is.
Cal, I think it's end of July. July like 27th, 28th or something like that.
Yeah, I know. I really hope it's just not the 25th and 26th.
There's
Might be.
the 2-man.
Is it in August?
It's the end of August.
Oh, okay, I thought it was end of July.
okay.
End of August.
August 20.
Okay, we're off track here.
Maybe we might be back on track. I got the Tour Championship on the 28th, 29th, or 29th, 30th, and then I have the Canada Cup and also match play in between. But I might be able to get home for that one in between the 2 Quebec events because I will come. I will come home to play with my friends.
But he's on the road.
I have a lot going on. Actually, I was looking at a few things that I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be traveling quite a bit coming up for some like golf and work. A lot like in the
So if you own a travel company and want to sponsor Neal Ryan, reach out.
yeah. If you're a
Info
travel
at bunkerhousegolf.com.
Yeah. Info. No, it's coach at bunkerhousegolf.com. That's coach. COACH at bunkerhousegolf.
All expenses paid.
Yeah. Air Canada.
Anyone have a
Fly with
private
you
jet
quite a
today?
bit. WestJet's good. Yeah. I'd fucking take a car company. Yeah. I just actually seen a guy on the PGA Tour who was an Uber driver get sponsored by Uber. I'd do
Seen that.
I'd do
I've seen that.
I use Uber all the time.
I use Uber Eats all the time.
I don't work for you, but I use it all the time.
You ever just pop on to the fantasy app and you're last? There's no money coming your way. A lot of laughs, getting put down by your buddies. You know, maybe it's the research you're doing. Maybe you don't all that information you need. You can pop on to Mayo Media Network. Hop onto YouTube, follow them. They've got excellent content. We're in golf season right now, but they break down the picks, the strategy. They do research. They got fantasy golf. You can hop on to Fantasy National, which is associated with the Mayo Media Network, where you can get all the latest and greatest stats that others just don't provide you. You know, if you're going to go down that road and you're going to be putting some money down there, you may as well do some hard work with it and get on there. Mayo Media Network. Check them out. Catch them on YouTube. They're really funny on Twitter. And be sure when you're on there to check out the Pat Mayo Experience. Excellent comedy at its finest for entertainment. But check them out. You know, educate yourself. Get on there. Mayo Media Network. We'll see you there.
Let's roll this thing back a little bit, because we never got to chat about this, and we kind of took a little bit of a month off there when Joe was...
Life of a golf pro / new dad.
Yeah.
A lot of shit going on. A lot of balls up in the air.
Tough to get a hold of Joe in June. Put it that way.
I was unavailable because I was either unconscious or taking care of a child.
Yeah.
I have a human being that I'm responsible for now.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is so strange. I'm holding him, like, I made you. Now they just give you this child. Well, you're leaving the hospital and said, see you later. It's like, do I not need to pass like a test or anything? Like, do you need to ask me any questions? You're just giving me this child and going?
Yeah, do I have to, like, pass a test? Yeah.
It is nuts to get my head around. Like, it seems like yesterday we were living in Cape Breton
Cape Breton.
together.
Being sad watching Lord of the Rings, just Harry Potter.
Crying.
Watching the Harry Potter series, just thinking, am I ever going to find something?
Yeah. Like,
It's true.
Literally, straight up.
Yeah.
Like, am I ever going to get out of here? Where's my life going right now? It was brutal. And then I was like, oh, well, fuck it. Time to go get a donair and a cold pop.
You know what's a funny story? So it's such a small town that I made. So I always ordered a donair from Greco. Because it's the only place you eat there.
Yeah.
But it was just a normal donair. So every time I asked for donair, I would say, can you add pepperoni and cheese to that? Because I wanted a super donair, like the wheel.
Yeah.
And I did it so often that everyone at Greco started knowing me. And whenever I called him Ashford, it was like, oh, you want a Jonair?
A Jonair.
I was like, yes. They actually named the Jonair after me because I ordered it that many times from them.
That's a fucking sick story.
That's pretty sweet.
It was hilarious.
The Jonair. I'm putting that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, the Jonair.
Jonair.
So shout out to Greco and Inverness.
You could lubricate it up with Donair. Lubricate it up.
Jonair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, man, it was so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lube it up
shout out Greco.
with sweet Donair sauce and tears.
I thought, like, there's times when I look back, I'm like, God, I'd love to, like, go back there. Just, like, I thought, like, oh, how fun would it be to go back? And then I thought about it again, and I was just like, no. And I went up there for, like, a few days. I went up there for too long. I went up there for 4 or 5 days.
Too long.
4 or 5 days last year, May long weekend with a bunch of buddies from Toronto. And by day 3, I felt like I was living there again. And I was like, I don't know why I left.
Yeah.
Like, this is too much.
Here's the thing. Now going back, and you're there for like a night. Yeah, you're there for like a night, and you play a couple rounds of golf. Great.
Perfect.
Love being there.
Perfect. Yeah.
Anything longer than that, I'm like, this is too long.
You find out, like you said, fucking sitting on the couch crying, watching like Lord of the Rings or whatever. You do when you're not in a city, when you have no one, like your decisions there were like, I'm gonna work every day, and in the evening I'm probably gonna drink because there's nothing else to do other than go down to the local tavern. But like when you're doing nothing like over and over and over and over, and you're not meeting anyone, and no one new is coming in, and it's a small town, it's like that is just not the place
And that's
for
the thing,
anyone
because
in their 20s.
Even if you wanted to go out and drink, the only place you go out and drink was through Cabot. So you just were giving your money back to them.
All the money you made, you were dumping it back
like,
in. Because you were literally, that's exactly all the money you made. I was dumping because
We see you. That's a fucking beautiful business plan.
It is. It's very well done.
Good. Like, it was fun. Like, up there, and we got a lot. Like, we had a good time.
We had a lot of good times. We had a good Canada Day up there, actually.
Yeah, we had a crazy Canada Day up there. Oh my God! Yeah, me and Joe drank.
I think it was like $600 worth of Jaeger bombs.
What would the anniversary of that be right now?
That was
That would have been
2018, maybe?
2018, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was 2018.
5 years ago?
Because 2019, I think, is my first year for Nova.
We've
Yeah,
known
it's
each other for
2019
way
was
too
in
long.
Toronto.
Yeah.
That's when
Yeah,
we
so it was
met.
2018.
Yeah, it was nuts.
It was wild. And then everyone came back to our house.
Yeah,
And
we
then
had an after.
we just had an all-nighter.
Just an all-nighter.
And it was
we
a
literally
blast.
drank out every bar. We drank all the
Red Bull.
All the Red Bull. It was obscene.
We were just buying Jaeger bombs and says, who wants one? We were just giving it to anyone who was at the bar.
Like everyone. We were acting like resort guests. That's the problem. And that was what my problem was. I saved no money because I was just like, oh, I just don't want to drink with the caddies anymore. Like, as much, they were all there every night. So I started hanging out with the resort guests that would be there, the turnover. So they're like, what are you guys up to tonight? They'd be like, we're going to go to the restaurant.
Who are you?
Probably the pub.
Like, oh, yeah, cool. I'll join.
I'll meet you there. I'm like, sure. So I was partying every night with different resort guests.
Yeah.
Wasting all my money.
Just wasting all the money. That happens.
It's brutal. But
So, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So big news in the couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
PGA Tour.
Let's get kind
Live.
of dive back into kind of a little
God.
bit of that Live Tour public investment funds, and we're not going to dive too deep because we all seen what came out of it. The brief of it is
Kind of old news.
it's a little bit old news, but I'm interested in because, well, for someone who is playing on a few tours and has some opportunities to maybe go some qualifiers and stuff, where does it go from here? Because you have the two PGA Tour Canada and the Latino America Tour are now turning into the PGA of Americas. And then you have the DP World Tour, the PGA Tour, and the Public Investment Fund, which is LIV, are now all under one umbrella. So, like, from here, what does professional golf look like? Like, is it harder to make it? Is it easier to make it? Is there more streamlines? Does it give people more opportunities? Or is this like, are these elevated events we're going to see next year? Are they going to like kind of cut some of the not worst players, but not the guys at the top out, since there's only fields of like 60 to 70 guys? Like, is it going to be something that's super beneficial for the actual amount of players, or is it going to be beneficial for the players that are almost already existing on
I don't even know if it's going to survive.
yeah,
I actually don't know if this whole kind of team format
Like
for
merger.
merger, like I don't know where it's gonna go. Like I know they say reports, like you see all kinds of different reports. Some people say that it's not going to change. Some people say it's not going to be existent. And when you think about it, it's like, how can it really exist? Because I mean, what's the point? I mean, if you just have all these, because what's stopping the PGA Tour players from going on to LIV now?
Well, that's the question at hand: is does LIV continue to exist, or do they maybe just go with like a world tour, or do they have a PGA Tour, DP World Tour, and then other sanctioned events with them? Like, so the Public Investment Fund technically isn't like saying that we want to keep LIV. They're not certain about if they want to keep LIV. It's like what can come out of this?
Yeah,
like, what are the positives that can really come out of this? Like, maybe like can't add majors. Okay, so majors are the same. There's still going to be the FedEx Cup. That has to be the same.
You know what I think they should do, which I think would be really cool, is if they have like LIV, if they have like these huge like match play events,
Yeah, if they're all team,
like just
not solo at all.
like just like a bunch of just like almost Ryder Cup things. Like you have teams and it's like one big match play. Because match play is so much fun to watch, and there's not any, and they got rid of the Dell match play now.
Real golf. Match play is
which
real
just
golf.
dumb.
Yeah, so they got rid of the Dell match play now.
Yeah.
So I would
Just like
love to
when they
see
got rid of it,
like,
I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's like so entertaining.
yeah,
Yeah.
like if they came out with LIV, and like LIV turned into like a match play almost tour or something like that. I think that'd be really fucking cool.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a really cool thing to watch. You stick with your teams. It's more of a team environment whenever it's match play.
Absolutely.
Like if you're playing stroke, it's like, oh well, they're playing well. Then you have one guy shooting 100 who's just like, I'm here for the ride, guys. like at least like if
Four
you're having,
races win again, and Paparazzi shoots 87-79.
yeah, like I think that'd be really cool because like I think there is a market in the golf industry, professional golf industry, for more match play events.
There has to be. It's just such an interesting
And make
thing.
it a way where it's not like, because that was one thing about the Dell match play is that it was so intensive. Like it was like so much golf.
It's so good. Well,
In a-
it's so good to watch on the 3 days. The Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, when all the matches are on the
Yeah.
course, are sick.
Yeah, then whenever it gets it, it's like they're on the course and it's like over in like 4 hours.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden Sunday only has 4 fucking guys
Yeah.
on the course. And it's like, All right, well, let's wait 10 minutes for the next golf shot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I think it'd be a cool spot for like Liv to kind of take over like a match play almost tour or something like
Because
that.
it can't change that much.
No.
There's not much. I mean, sure, it gives opportunity. This merger, all this does is gives guys opportunity to come back to the PGA Tour. It's basically it.
Yeah.
It gives the PGA Tour more money. Another thing, that's a positive too. But like, does Liv just fold? Do we just like not see Liv? Does it just like go away and everyone comes back, or is this like, do people choose to go to the DP World Tour or here? I was like, does the DP World Tour grow? Like, it's so intriguing to think about what it will be, because no one, if you talk to someone in 2015, no one would ever have thought that this conversation was going to happen. So what the fuck does like 5 years down the road look like?
Yeah.
Because things are changing quickly in professional golf. As you alluded to earlier, golf is the most popular sport on earth right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Crazy.
golf courses just everywhere are packed.
Yeah.
And that's just at the recreational level. So there are going to be more professionals. There has to be more opportunities. There's more people golfing. People figure out how to play this game pretty well. It's like, you know, there's mini tours everywhere and stuff, but like the top tours. It's like, what are those going to look like?
Like, I think that if Liv wants to kind of stick around, I think Liv, and they want to stick with the team format, I think like the best way to do it is like that match play.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly do, because like,
If you want to have the whole team dressing the same atmosphere, if you want to go with like the
like
Ryder
if you want to sell this like team dynamic, is what Liv is trying to do, is all about the teams. Like, yeah, it's a shotgun start. It's only 3 days instead of 4. Like, yeah, okay, that's all, whatever.
change all that.
Yeah, but like, if you really want to sell, because that's their main point, they want to sell the teams. Because what two events does everyone know that's like the biggest team event in golf?
Yeah, Ryder Cup and President's Cup.
Exactly. Where everyone knows like those are the teams, like your goal is to make this team.
Yeah.
So why not have like, you have like, I don't know, if you're sticking with like 4 people each, but you have a chance to qualify. Like, you can have like, let's say Eric Cole, who's playing really well this year, can like work his way onto a spot, and like it's almost like elevated events for these like match play events. And I don't know, I think there's some sort of,
And be able to showcase maybe that you're like a stone cold fucking match play player, but no one knows that Eric Cole is just a badass guy when he's a match play. But you'll never know because he has to make a Ryder Cup or President's Cup to do.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it's I think it's a really cool opportunity. Like, if they want to sell the team atmosphere, I think that's one of the best ways to do it.
You almost have to. All right, well, I'm curious to see how this kind of pans out anyways. But, all right, guys, well, I'm going to go pack. You guys are going to fucking leave.
Yeah.
Rude. But yes, I need to go take care of a child.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go drink.
All right, everyone. We'll see you on the next episode. Joe, nice to see you, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Thanks.
great to see you.
Happy to be back.
Kind of hoping every time I send the invite, you say you're not coming.
Wow.
That's tough.
That's
Noted. Won't be here next week.
Hey, Gracie, I love you.
All right, everyone. See you in the next one. Peace out.
Bye.